So this is where the chassis is at right now. Got both diff centers in. Was going to complete the front end, but the bloody wheel bearings I got supplied are the wrong size. I don't know how these clowns can stuff that up. But anyway, they did. The diff center's in. Got all my hubs and everything on. I did that last week. All the steering arms are in, idler arms on. I just finished zinc plating the grease nipples off the original Toyota. I got new actual little nipples, but they're right angle parts, so I use the old ones. So it's coming together. That's the end of this weekend. Next weekend, hopefully the bearings all work out. I'll get the front and rear end axles in. And I've only really got the sway bar to put on. And then I think, yeah, that's pretty much the chassis rolling for now. I'll whack the wheels. I'm not going to touch the brakes because they'll just be sitting too long without any fluid in them. So I can put the wheels straight on the axles and that's it. Plan is just to push it there behind the jet ski and then get the cab out. Start introducing it to a couple of mile of MIG wire, I guess. All good. I'm really happy with the chassis. I'm really happy with that part so far. I haven't really cut any corners. It's all solid, not a speck of rust in it. It's going to be great. Another day of fitting up stuff. Got the rear diff center in, axles in, put new bearings, new seals. Got the sway bar on, new rubbers, all the original hardware. I've, as you know, zinc plated it all. It's coming out real nice. I like it. Got the front diff in, axles, steering arms, put new tie rod ends on, new wheel bearings, new seals. Haven't done the outer hubs just yet. I'm wondering what to do. Had some Australian ones in it. I've got to get them back out and have a look. They need cleaning up. It's a bit of time spent on them. But yeah. Oh, and this hub, upon further inspection, when I'm putting the bearing in this hub, the hub, it has been spun before. The hub's cactus. So I've got to get a new second-hand hub, which I'm trying to get. But the chassis is coming up real nice. So get that hub sorted out, the wheel bearing hub, and I can actually put wheels on it. That means I can move it out of the way and get the tub out and start repairing that, which is exciting stuff. So just to show you the process, these are the bolts and studs, etc. before they go into the plating tank. So these are being degreased, wire brushed, put in vinegar for a few days, wire brushed again, all cleaned up. So now I work out the surface area of all the bolts and nuts and then put them in the tank. Get the surface area, divide it by 34 square meters is 1 amp, and dial up the amps, and I put them in there for about 30 minutes. They say 20 to 30, 20 for normal, 30 for marine. Anyway, I put them in for 30. So I'll give you a look when they come out. And that's how they come out. 30 minutes later. They're clear, they're white zinc when they come out, and then I just dip them in this yellow chromate for 30 seconds. That puts yellow on them. Just dip them in here. Another day of fitting up stuff. Got the rear diff center in, axles in, put new bearings, new seals. Got the sway bar on, new rubbers, all the original hardware. I've, as you know, zinc plated it all. It's coming out real nice. I like it. Got the front diff in, axles, steering arms, put new tie rod ends on, new wheel bearings, new seals. Haven't done the outer hubs just yet. I'm wondering what to do. Had some Australian ones in it. I've got to get them back out and have a look. They need cleaning up. It's a bit of time spent on them. But yeah. Oh, and this hub, upon further inspection, when I'm putting the bearing in this hub, the hub, it has been spun before. The hub's cactus. So I've got to get a new second-hand hub, which I'm trying to get. But the chassis is coming up real nice. So get that hub sorted out, the wheel bearing hub, and I can actually put wheels on it. That means I can move it out of the way and get the tub out and start repairing that, which is exciting stuff. So here we are with the cab. I'm still waiting for a hub, wheel bearing hub for the chassis to finish it off, and then it will be rolling, and then it will be time to get onto this. So I'm just sort of having a look at it, trying to work out a plan of action. This is how it was finished off after the chemically stripping, the ready strip, which is great. So all the rust is exposed and all that's not rusted is back to bare metal. So apparently all you need to do is Scotch Brite it, and I'll hit it with some etch primer. That's for the good stuff. The bad stuff, well, I'm working out a plan of what to do. So here at the base of the front windscreen surround, it's not too bad, but it does need some sections to be repaired. But I've got the donor, so I'll get bits out of that. The floor, well, you've seen the floor, but we knew there was dramas. There's a few little sections in there. Over the driver's side, a few little holes. So it's had a little patch there before. And so I'll just cut a section out of the donor. The strange thing is the donor car's rusted, but this is not rusted in the same place, which is good. So the panels I need, or the sections I need for this in the donor are okay. Anyway, that's the most of it. This rear section along here, where the rear upper cab bolts on. I think I'm just going to cut it right on that edge there, all the way across, unpick it where it rolls down, and it's seam weld or spot weld along the bottom there, so just unpick that. Just take the whole piece off. And then same thing with the floor, there's a join, there's a natural join just there. So I'll pick that off. And that'll sort of give me all this section. Well, where is it there? And here I think I'll just cut it along there, because the top of the, obviously the top of the door part there is fine, it's just where it rolls down. Yeah. And up in behind is brand new, ex-factory. Great. So that's it. It's not really compared to all the other stuff. Oh, there's a little bit of, a few bits. Actually, this side's all right. It's the driver's side. Behind the seat down the bottom's got a few dramas. A few bits here. But yeah, it's okay. So that's where we're at. I work out a plan of action. I might get the donor from out the back shed, bring it in here beside each other, so I can make sure that what I'm cutting out of the donor and cutting out of this, I'm going to be able to overlap, so I'll have enough good metal to weld it in. Fire up the old MIG welder, OxyTorch, whatever we need to do, and get started. So that's it, that's where we're at. So started working on the cab. I think I'm going to, this is the rear lowest section. Got a few bad parts to repair. One is the top piece along here. This piece here along the back, and there's rust holes underneath. You can see in there, yeah, in there, and obviously the floors, driver's side floor, passenger side floor, and a little bit up here where the windscreen, bottom of the windscreen meets the body. It's not too bad there, but that's probably the easiest part. So I started here because this is probably the most difficult, and I'm not sure what's there. So I want to see what's there before I start cutting bits out of the donor. So I'm going to take that section off. I've got to repair this top part here anyway, and I can't see how I could repair it in situations, so I'm going to take that out and have a look, fix all that up, and then I think if I can fix all that up, well then I'll go and move this top part. I don't want to repair the top part and cut that whole section out of the donor before I know what's going on down here, because it might be better to keep it all one piece. So that's what I'm thinking. I'll repair this bit, or have a look at it and repair it, then go on to that bit, and that's the whole back of it done. Then I'll know how big a floor section I need to cut out, because that's the other thing. I could cut out of the donor, cut the complete floor section all the way right to the back. I don't really want to, because I don't need to. The fuel well, where the fuel tank goes, and this thing's like brand new, and the other one's a little bit rusted. So here goes. We'll get that off and have a look. Alright, so drilled the rivets out. Just a little hole saw type attachment on the drill, especially for taking rivets out. Sorry, especially for taking spot welds out. And here we go. So the piece itself, doesn't look too bad. Yeah. A little bit of rust in the corner. That's like totally repairable. Anyway, the donor one's good. But what's underneath? Oh, it's totally repairable as well. But this is why I had to do it. I mean, the chemical rust stripping, it got in there, but I mean, it doesn't remove rust. The body mount. So, yeah, hours of fun. So I think I'll take that top one out as well. Let's drill the spot welds out for one of those 3 verticals. Drill them all out from underneath the back there. Up where that flange is. Yeah, that'll give me good access. Anyway, had to be done. Had to be done. Just got the cab on its end here, so I can work on it a little bit easier. So that's the section I took out. There's lots of holes before, and now I'm going to replace, where am I here? I'm going to replace all along here the back of the floor. And lucky I did really, because here's the back cab mount. Is a bit broken. A little bit in there too. So It's had a little bit of a patchwork, but didn't really get it. So anyway, I'll pull all that out. And fix all these holes up, put a new panel in, just weld it right through underneath where the spot welds are. So you won't see it from inside, but you'll just see a seam along here. Oh, well, you won't see it because I'll blend it. This one, this bracket's okay, it's just got a bit of rust in there. It's much more structural than the other one. So that's where we're at. I'll take these body mount brackets off, cut the floor, drill out the rivets across here, then just get a bit of my 1.2 sheet, just make up a new floor, or a new section of floor and whack him in. So I've reorientated the cab. Gonna start with this section. I think I'm gonna cut all that out, join it in behind this web from underneath, because I'll be able to weld it like from inside, stealth welding behind that web. So that'll take care of that. I'll repair these little holes in the corner while I've got that section out, and then go to the donor and put this whole new flat section in. And I won't worry about donor steel with this back. I'll just get a new. I've just got new steel. Just put that in there and join it once again on that flange. So from inside the vehicle you can't see the join. From underneath I'll just blend it in. So I've got to knock all these spot weld pieces left. The thing with that, I've got a hole saw that drills out the spot welds. That's what I used, but it leaves a big hole, as you can see with the panel I took out. That's if you're going to reuse that panel, it's a lot of work, man. You have to plug weld all those holes in situation, or plug weld them all first, grind them all back, get the panel back solid, then drill smaller holes, maybe 1/4, 3/16, and plug weld them. They're like, I don't know if they're 10 mil, they'll be close to it. Too big. So you got to be careful using this thing. What you're drilling through almost has to be discarded. I've got another one. It's just a drill bit. It's this one. So it's just a shallow angled focus. There you go. Just like a shallow angled drill bit. It's definitely a lot quicker, but still, I don't know what that is either. It might be 8 mil. Still leaves an 8 mil hole. It's a little bit too big for plug welding. So I've got to get the donor out here so I can put them side by side to make sure I overlap my sections. Well, not overlap them in the car, but I don't cut through a part that I need. So I'll put the two bodies side by side, cut pieces out, and weld them in. So while I'm trying not to drive the neighbours too mad on a Saturday afternoon, most people are doing other stuff, but I'm doing this. So I've got my, hang on a second. It's a nice little stress crack there. The car's had such a life, poor old girl. Anyway, we'll bring her back. So I've got this part of the floor. So that's the body cross member. Cracked in there. So I'm going to take this out. So I've drilled with that piece I just showed you, I've drilled the pop rivets out there. It's had a previous repair in the floor there. The previous repair's rusted right out anyway. So I'm taking this thing out. It was all cracked anyway. There was nothing holding it in. So I'm taking it out and make it easier to put the new floor section in. It's not too bad under there, a few little surprises, but not too bad. So I'm just preparing for when I put the floor section in, because this piece, the piece I've taken out, I'll have to, like I said before, because it's got all those holes in it, you really got to weld all the holes up, plug weld all those holes up, grind it all back, and give yourself at least a bit of a chance of putting a new piece back in. This has had a few, it's had more hits than Elvis. But it's not too bad. Good thick steel, so it'll be nice to weld. I'll clean that back up. When the time comes, replace all the floor, clean it all back up, whack it back in, tie it all back together. She'll drive like new.